In the heart of the forsaken backwoods of upstate New York, where the tendrils of civilization have long lost their grip, a sinister tale of grotesque proportions unfurls, a haunting legend whispered among the locals, carried by the cold, howling winds that sweep through the desolate trees. It is the chilling saga of Hog Bitch Massacre, an unholy aberration birthed from the depths of a tormented mind, and its enigmatic harbinger, the Slaughterman, a loathsome figure whose very existence blurs the boundaries between reality and nightmare. Once a mere mortal, the Slaughterman was cursed with a harrowing vision, an unflinching gaze into the festering darkness that lurked within the depths of humanity. The vile underbelly of society, with its twisted desires and malevolent tendencies, clawed at his sanity, propelling him on a spiraling descent into the shadowy abyss of madness. Unable to endure the suffocating weight of the world's repugnance, he fled the clutches of civilization, seeking solace and sanctuary within the foreboding woods, where the whispering leaves seemed to beckon him towards an unhallowed embrace. Secluded from the putrid embrace of the human world, the Slaughterman surrendered to the consuming darkness that ravaged his fragile psyche. It was within this Stygian expanse that he birthed his torment into existence, an audial manifestation of his loathing and anguish, etching the deepest recesses of his soul onto the frayed tapestry of sound. Haunting melodies, dissonant and ethereal, emerged from the depths of his tortured mind, seeping through the twisted roots of the forest floor, resonating with a disquieting frequency that ensnared the senses. The Slaughterman's voice, once a vessel of ordinary speech, transformed into a monstrous growl, a guttural howl that crawled under the listener's skin and set their nerves ablaze. With each unholy verse, he exorcised the demons that festered within him, channeling his seething abhorrence into every syllable, his twisted vocalizations birthing a cacophony that echoed through the spectral trees, casting a pall of dread upon any soul that dared to listen. Whispers of the Slaughterman's presence, a ghastly rumor that coursed through the veins of the woods, spread like wildfire among the lost and the morbidly curious. Drawn to the siren call of his unsettling symphony, they embarked on a treacherous pilgrimage, their steps guided by the haunting melodies that grew louder with each passing moment. The journey was one of both anticipation and trepidation, a descent into the very bowels of human experience, where the boundaries of sanity and depravity merged into an abominable tapestry. As the intrepid seekers ventured deeper into the heart of the woods, the very air became pregnant with an unnerving electricity, as if the fabric of reality itself quivered with anticipation. The forest seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, and the whispers of the leaves evolved into hissing incantations, urging the lost souls to heed the call of the Slaughterman's siren song. With each step, their senses were assaulted by a symphony of decay, an olfactory symphony that mingled the stench of rotting foliage, the metallic tang of fresh blood, and the lingering miasma of fear. At last, they arrived at the accursed threshold, a dilapidated shack, an unhallowed sanctuary where the boundaries between the real and the imagined warped and twisted into grotesque contortions. Its time-worn facade bore witness to the ravages of time, its splintered wood and crumbling mortar mirroring the fractured psyche of its creator. Inside, the air was heavy with an oppressive malevolence, the atmosphere thickened by the very essence of the Slaughterman's delusion, a manifestation of his warped reality, where the line between his music and the abomination he had become merged into a horrific illusion. Within the decaying walls of the shack, an eerie metamorphosis took place, a twisted theatre of horrors where the lost souls unwittingly became participants in the Slaughterman's demented symphony. The ethereal melodies intertwined with the desperate screams of the forsaken, their agonized pleas harmonizing with the dissonant chords, creating an orchestration of despair that reverberated through the very fabric of the shack. The lost souls, ensnared by the seductive allure of the music, were trapped within a labyrinth of their own making, their souls imprisoned in a macabre dance of torment and suffering. No longer distinguishable from the vile creatures he despised, the Slaughterman reveled in his madness, his presence a grotesque personification of his loathing for humanity. He wielded his compositions as weapons of retribution, unleashing a symphony of vengeance upon the scum that polluted his twisted vision of the world. The shack became an altar of damnation, where the floors ran slick with the blood of the forsaken, and the walls bore witness to the ghastly remnants of his wrath. Each note he played, each guttural growl that escaped his throat, was an exaltation of his distorted reality, a manifestation of his revulsion, and a cathartic release of the torment that engulfed him. And so, the legend of Hog Bitch Massacre persisted, an indelible stain upon the annals of darkness, whispered among the desperate and the haunted, a tale that lingered in the shadows of the human psyche. The howls of the Slaughterman's music continued to reverberate through the distant mountains, intertwining with the screams of his victims, forever etching their macabre tale into the very fabric of existence. Beware those who dare to seek out the wretched domain of Hog Bitch Massacre, for the boundaries between observer and participant are forever blurred. Once entangled in its nightmarish web, the line between reality and illusion becomes naught but a twisted illusion itself, a testament to the horrors that lie within the depths of human despair.